silly camera. Hey, bestie. You ever notice how making a decision that's different just hits different? It's exciting, but it's also scary, right? Because deep down, we're wired to want people to get it, to feel the same freshness we're stepping into, but not everyone's ready to walk in that kind of light. See, when your soul decides to glow a little brighter, some people don't clap, they flinch. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your courage reminds them of all the places that they've been afraid to go. And still, you got to keep walking because your soul screams out, you have to do this. And you got to keep showing up for yourself because your light is just not for you. It's a signal. It's a quiet message to someone else saying, hey, it's possible. Yeah, it's scary. Change it always is. But that fear you feel is just proof that you're alive and evolving. I don't have the antidote for discomfort, but I do have a little truth for you, bestie. Every time you honor what feels right for your soul, you make the world a little braver. You make your soul shine a little brighter. So keep shining even when it feels lonely, because your light might just be the one someone else has been praying to see. Oh, ain't that a word, bestie? Hello, I'm Naisha, your motivational bestie. Hello, if you're here for the first time, and welcome back. Hello, if you've been coming and sharing on this journey with me, your motivational bestie, Naisha. So, this resonate with my soul ancestors. Speak through me. Let me speak clearly. Let me ignite who I need to ignite. God, come through me. Let me be a reflection of your love. Let me feel it. Let it exude the energy it needs to exude for the people that needs to see it. Let me be the presence of you walking in the physical. Let me be filled with your love. Let the ancestors protect me and favor me. Oh Lord, lay it on my soul. But I've been crying out for your love and protection, and you've always been here and you never left. But let me be the key that unlocks the incredible potential that these beautiful besties have inside of them. Somebody say amen in the back. All right. So I've been, I lost my job recently, and I think it's been a month. But I've been feeling like for a while that I've been drowning there. Like every day, like my heart sinks. Like physically, I'm fighting my body. I'm fighting my body to stay there and to stay focused. And they love me there, really. Like my team, I was in like management, and they love me there. You know, I know I bring a light there. You know, I came in smiles, even though deep down I felt like I was drowning. But I just didn't want to put that burden on anyone else, because I feel like I was just going through my own personal journey. I feel like, you know, when you're in the box and the box is just, you've outgrown this box, you know, and your soul has been saying, God whispering to you saying, yeah, there's more if you want it. But you've been scared because you have responsibilities, and you're like, but what do I do when I step out of this bubble? Right? So I'm using this manual focus. Hopefully it's working. Anyway, I don't have like a therapy. I think YouTube is my therapy, bestie. And I feel like I can't go to people and really speak from the depths of my soul without them either interrupting or telling me that I shouldn't feel a certain way, you know. And I wanted to create this safe space for you that however you feel is just where you're at, but it's not where you have to stay. Okay. Um, I've been working on me so I don't be, so I can give what I need to give for the people in my life, because I feel like I've always been that caregiver, that nurturer, sacrificing what I need to do for myself, self-care on myself, love on myself. I give that first to my family. And I think that that was something that we were taught to do, but we can't give something that we don't have. So if we're not loving on ourselves, we're not like making the decision to put love on ourselves. I mean, self-care. I mean, spiritual care. I mean, physical care. If we're not putting that love into ourselves, it's hard to pour that out to other people that's out there depending on you, you know? And if you don't have people depending on you, that's cool. That's such freeing. Because I remember, I know when I was younger, before I had children, I had nobody depending on me. But then back then I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking how to love myself. Like, am I loving myself? I was just walking and just discovering what comes and not putting intention on my life. You know, we didn't have internet. You know, it was, I think when I had kids, when I started having kids, that's when like the internet became kind of available. And I remember like living in Brooklyn and we didn't have like internet. So I had to go to, it was like a corner store and it was like a computer store that this Costa Rican family had. And he had computers there and you can use his internet. You get on the internet. That's how I got on the internet. And even like our cell phones were different. Like it's not like how these iPhones were. Okay, hello. It wasn't. So we grew up with a different like perspective on life, and I don't know if that's good or bad. In a way, I feel like it's bad because it didn't give me. Now that we have the internet, it gives me it helps me see that there's a bigger world out there, that it's just not New York. It's just not Brooklyn. You know, there's more. And even back then too, even with the internet just being the beginning of what it was, that still didn't spark me to say, oh, there's bigger than New York. Okay, well, because I know we traveled a little when we were younger and stuff like that, but it still didn't give me a bigger perspective. It's not only like until I like now has the internet expanded and we're sharing our journeys with each other that we're seeing that it's more. And I think for me, the pro of that is good because if you're feeling like you're stuck or if you're feeling like, is there more? You can see that there is because people are showing you that there is more. And you're like, oh, well, let me see what that's about, right? So you make the decision, even though it's scary, even you, because there's some people that's still on the block, honey, in Brooklyn, have not left their borough. Okay? That's all they think there is. And I think making a decision to do something that the other people in your neighborhood can't see past is scary because you start to think something's wrong with you. Why are you the only one thinking different from the bunch, right? And I think that's something natural. Like we all gonna grow at our own speed. We all gonna evolve at our own speed. And there's certain people that's gonna ignite us to like want or discover what it is that we want out of life. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be like, dang, that's kind of what I was praying for. Or that's kind of like what I was thinking about. And look, all of a sudden it popped up. But your friends or your family might not have that dream. They might not have that which you're looking for. So sometimes it's hard, especially when you're in a family union and you're taking care of people or you're in a relationship where they don't want the same things you want, but you love them with your whole heart and soul, but your soul is screaming for you to do this. And your partner might feel, or your mother might feel, that that's not the right way to go. Honestly, I can't give you the answer for that when you're making decisions because that's a personal thing. But I always go to God and I always say, God, something's pulling me to do this and to feel this way. Like, no matter how many times a person that you love is telling you, like, no, you can't do it. We can't do it. Your soul is saying, yes, you can. You can do it, you know? Your soul is saying, I think that's God in you saying you can do it. It's just, you might have to walk this one by yourself. And not that you're leaving your family behind or anything like that. It's just this journey that you have to unleash or uncover or discover by yourself. And that decision could be hard, you know, and lonely. But bestie, I'm here to motivate you and inspire you to say that it's okay. All right. You won't feel like that for long. I'm here to say I'm going through it, you know, like I'm battling, like I just don't want to work for somebody. I feel like they don't give me the ability to shine, and I overwork myself, and because that's just who I am. I'm naturally ambitious. I'm naturally creative. And then when somebody keeps shutting down your ideas and your creativity, you start feeling like you're swimming and you're showing like you can backstroke and you can do flips or you're doing all these different things, not to show off, but because that's what your soul wants to do, and they pushing your head down underwater. Stop that. But I can't stop it. So I think I'm just at this crossroad where I'm like, I don't know what to do, God. Like this path that I've been down, like I'm looking at like Neo, like when Trinity said when he opened the door and it was like, this path you've been down there, you know where it leads, or you can stay and find out where this rabbit hole goes. And Neo's by himself. That's kind of how I feel, you know, like everybody's saying go down that path, except for Neo. They didn't have nobody telling him to go down the path. It was just him. But everybody's telling you to go down the same path everybody else has been going, and you feel like you just outgrown that path. You've just outgrown that way. And then everything around you says go down that path. And you don't because this path is dark. This is the unknown. It's like what's down there. Like you can fail, you can fall forward. You don't know what's down there, but you feel more drawn that way than you do to this way. I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution for you, but I'm here to tell you, bestie, hello, that that's God. I think that's God talking to you, saying, trust me. So pray about it. I want you to pray about it, bestie, and know that I'm sending you a cosmic hug and letting you know you're not alone. You didn't find your tribe here. Comment below, hello, and that you're not alone. You're never alone. Stay prayed up. I got your back, bestie. If no one believes in you, I do. All right? I'm Nigel, your motivational bestie. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for letting me shine bright like a diamond. Thanks for letting me be me. Thanks for letting me be raw and authentic. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Oh, you better have been getting it right, little crazy ass camera acting all crazy and stuff. And I just freaking charged this battery and it's saying it's on 1 bar. How? When I just took it off the charger. How? Man, behind the scenes. I'm not even editing this out. It's staying there because this camera be acting the most. Acting the most.